David Whitmore didn't build Whitmore Steakhouse to be trendy. He built it to be respectful. 25 years ago, he opened his first location with one rule printed on the wall in the kitchen. Every guest leaves feeling valued. Now the brand had expanded to 9 states. White tablecloths, premium steaks, 5-star reviews. But recently something changed. Corporate reports showed profits rising. But online reviews told a different story. Host treated my dad like he didn't belong. Waiter mocked my clothes. Felt judged the entire time. David read every review personally. And one comment stopped him cold. They only respect you if you look rich. That night, David made a decision. He wouldn't call the manager. He wouldn't send corporate. He would walk in himself. Unrecognized. David traded his tailored suit for faded jeans and worn boots. He skipped shaving, put on a stained flannel jacket, even smudged grease lightly on his hands. Instead of his usual black luxury SUV, he arrived in an old pickup truck he'd kept from his early days. To everyone else, he looked like a tired construction worker grabbing dinner after a long shift. Perfect. Friday night. Prime time. The hostess glanced at him for half a second. Her smile faded immediately. "Do you have a reservation?" she asked. "No, ma'am." She scanned the dining room. "There's a 45-minute wait." David noticed 2 empty booths by the window. Just then, a sharply dressed couple walked in behind him. "No reservation," the man said. The hostess smiled brightly. "Right this way." David said nothing. Strike one. After nearly an hour, he was finally seated. Not by the window, not in the main dining area, but at a small table near the kitchen doors and restroom hallway. Servers passed him without eye contact. Water took 12 minutes. Bread never came. Meanwhile, he watched the staff, laughing, attentive, charming to certain tables. His server finally approached. "What'll it be?" he asked flatly. "I'll have the 24-ounce ribeye, medium rare." The server hesitated. "That's $68. David looked up slowly. "I can read." The server forced a thin smile and walked away. 2 employees at the service station whispered. "Big spender tonight," one muttered. They chuckled. David kept his eyes on the menu, but he heard everything. When the steak arrived, it was overcooked. "Well done. Dry." He politely flagged the server. "I'm sorry, this isn't medium rare." The server sighed loudly. "It's fine." David blinked. "I assure you it's not." The server leaned closer. "Look, man, this isn't a fast food place. Maybe this cut just isn't for you." The table beside him went silent. Humiliation hung in the air. David felt something twist in his chest. Not anger, disappointment, because this wasn't just one rude employee. This was culture, and culture starts at the top, which meant it was his fault. David slowly stood up. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a sleek black card. Not a credit card, an executive access card with his name engraved. David Whitmore, founder and CEO. He placed it gently on the table. "Get your manager," he said calmly. The server rolled his eyes until he read the card. His face went pale. Within minutes, the general manager rushed over. "Sir, Mr. Whitmore, we didn't know." "That's the problem," David interrupted quietly. "You shouldn't need to know who I am." The restaurant had gone silent. Forks paused midair. The hostess stared in horror. David turned slowly, addressing the entire dining room. "I built this restaurant for working people. People who save up for one nice dinner. People celebrating promotions, anniversaries, retirement." He looked directly at the server. "And tonight, you decided someone didn't look worthy." The silence was suffocating. The manager tried to explain. "It's been busy. Staff shortages." David raised a hand. "No excuses." He requested security footage pulled immediately. He asked for guest wait time comparisons. And he did something unexpected. He paid for his meal, in full. Then he tipped the busboy $200. The only employee who had quietly refilled his water without judgment. Before leaving, David addressed the staff one last time. If respect is conditional here, then leadership has failed. He looked at the manager. Effective immediately, you're suspended pending review. Gasps filled the room. And starting tomorrow, every employee will complete hospitality retraining, or they won't work here. As David walked out into the cool night air, conversation slowly resumed inside. But the laughter? Gone. The arrogance? Gone. Because they didn't humiliate just a random customer. They humiliated the man who signed their paychecks. And more importantly, they betrayed the values that built the place. 2 weeks later, a framed sign appeared at every Whitmore Steakhouse entrance. Character is how you treat the person who can't benefit you. Sales didn't drop. They increased because word spreads fast, especially when leadership shows up, unannounced.